एवरीवन, आई एम दीपशिखा सोनी। और कैसे हैं आप? देखिए, आज मैं जिससे बात करने आई हूँ वो ना ही सिर्फ अखियों से बट वो एक्चुअली में राइफल से गोली मारते हैं। जी, शी इज अ राइफल शूटर एंड अ सब इंस्पेक्टर इन पंजाब पुलिस, former world number 1 Arjuna awardee, and she represented India in Tokyo Olympics 2021. Yes, I am talking about none other than rifle shooter Anjum Moudgil. वेलकम मैम। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग मी। मैम, इस इंटरव्यू से पहले आप काफ़ी बिजी चल रहे थे। अगेन इसका आपसे टाइम लेना मुश्किल हो गया था, तो थोड़ा सा बताइए आप कहाँ बिजी थे, क्या कर रहे थे इस टाइम पर?
जी बिल्कुल। आई थिंक लास्ट मंथ हमारे इसी मंथ में एक्चुअली नेशनल्स ख़त्म हुए हैं, जो इस ईयर का लास्ट कंपटीशन था। एंड देन बीच में फिर मेरा एक प्रेसिडेंट्स का कंपटीशन था, जो वर्ल्ड के टॉप 12 शूटर्स जो हैं हर इवेंट में वो खेलते हैं। सो वो आई थिंक अभी तक का हाईएस्ट लेवल का कंपटीशन था इस साल का, जिसमें मेरा सिल्वर मेडल आया। तो मैं उसके लिए काफ़ी खुश हूँ कि जो मेरा 2022 का जो इंटरनेशनल सीज़न ख़त्म हुआ है वो एक अच्छे लेवल पे ख़त्म हुआ है। एंड दैट्स इट। उसके बाद जो मेरे सपोर्ट टीम है गो स्पोर्ट्स फाउंडेशन, तो उनका अवार्ड नाइट्स होता है। सो बस मैं अभी कल वहीं से वापस आई हूँ एंड मुझे एथलीट ऑफ द ईयर अवार्ड मिला है। सो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी। दे अप्रिशिएटेड द थैंक यू दे अप्रिशिएटेड ऑल द विन्स एंड एवरीथिंग आई हैव अचीव्ड दिस ईयर।
Ma'am, when we talk about achievements and recognition, why do you think that recognition for a sports person is very important?
I feel as an athlete we give the major part of our life to this career, this profession, and very few are able to make sports as their profession and full time career. So जब हम इतना टाइम पढ़ाई, कई लोग पढ़ाई ख़त्म करते हैं, कई नहीं करते, एंड जो नहीं करते उनके लिए तो और भी मुश्किल हो जाता है जब रिकॉग्निशन नहीं मिलता या फाइनेंशियल सिक्योरिटी या जॉब सिक्योरिटी नहीं मिलती। तो उनके लिए और भी ज़रूरी हो जाता है कि उन्हें वो रिकॉग्निशन गवर्नमेंट से मिले, क्योंकि उसके अलावा उनके पास कोई और सपोर्ट नहीं है जी। एंड आई थिंक जब हम छोटे होते थे इतनी मेहनत कर रहे हैं, हमारा इतना इमोशंस और इतनी हार्डवर्क जा रहा है, and the same goes from our family also. They are with us throughout the lows and the highs and the happiness. So I feel it's very important to be to get the recognition for the hard work we put in.
That is correct.
It's not only after the medals but
Yes.
also after all the major achievements and all the just when the graph is going higher, I think everything should be appreciated.
Right, ma'am, that is very well said. तो मैम, ज़्यादा टाइम ना लेते हुए लेट्स टॉक अबाउट ओलंपिक्स। आपने इंडिया को टोक्यो ओलंपिक्स में रिप्रेजेंट किया था। हाउएवर आप फाइनल्स में नहीं जा पाए, बट अगेन आप अपने एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में बताइए, कैसा था?
बिल्कुल। आई थिंक उस टाइम पे जब एक तो कोविड पहले तो पोस्टपोन हो गया था 1 साल, तो वो बहुत इफ़ेक्ट किया था कि हमारा ऑलमोस्ट लाइक पूरे प्रिपेयर थे उस टाइम पे। बट देन हमने काफ़ी पॉजिटिवली लिया उस चेंज को कि ठीक है, अभी 1 साल और है, अच्छे से और प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं दोबारा। बट फिर उस टाइम पे जब सेकेंड वेव थी इंडिया में, तो बहुत इफेक्ट हुआ था हमारा ट्रेनिंग बेस, क्योंकि इंडिया में कहीं भी ट्रैवल करना मुश्किल हो गया था, और स्पेशली दिल्ली में। तो हमारी जो फेडरेशन है उन्होंने अरेंज किया था कि हमारी टीम पूरी जो ओलंपिक के 15 लोग हैं वो वहाँ जाएंगे क्रोएशिया ट्रेनिंग करने के लिए 2 महीने पहले ओलंपिक से। तो उसमें ये था कि हम एक सेफ जगह पे थे ट्रेनिंग करने के लिए, बट अगेन हम फैमिली से ऑलमोस्ट 3 महीने दूर थे। एंड आई थिंक बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला क्रोएशिया में। जो प्रिपरेशन था, ख़राब ट्रेनिंग चल रही है, अच्छी ट्रेनिंग चल रही है, और कोविड है, आपको कैसे आपको चीज़ें देखनी है, आसपास आप कहाँ जा सकते हो, क्या खा सकते हो। सो आई थिंक इट वाज द मोस्ट लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस फॉर मी। 2021 वाज लाइक roller coaster ride, and I would say I was really happy with how I performed in Olympics, because I was in a best of the mental and the physical state. I was really happy how I shot, and जैसे कहते हैं ना कि ओलंपिक्स में बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेशर आता है
जी बिल्कुल।
अब वो भी मुझे इतने सालों से काफ़ी लोग से पूछती थी मैं कि आप कैसे सो सकते हो ओलंपिक से पहले, मैच से पहले, बट देन वंस यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड,
yes.
आप सो पाते हो आराम से।
बिल्कुल.
So I think I was happy कि I was able to sleep one night prior to my tournament, and I was able to shoot at a good level. Yeah, I missed out on the finals by 3 points, but then I think it was one of the best experiences.
डेफिनेटली. मैम अभी आपने बोला कि जैसे कि आप पूछते थे लोगों से कि आप कैसे सो पाते हो मैच के पहले, तो आप जब देश के लिए खेलते हैं, आप इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, देयर इज़ दिस अनसेड प्रेशर ऑन योर शोल्डर्स. कोई अगर नहीं भी बोल रहा है बट आपके ऊपर वो है कि आप यू आर प्लेइंग फॉर द कंट्री. हाउ डू यू डील विद दैट प्रेशर?
I think being an athlete, it's just part of our journey.
Yes.
To have all the the expectations the media, the public have from us, and then obviously अगर आप जीत गए तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. तब आपको किसी को कोई आंसर नहीं देना है just because you have that medal with you. But then when you don't win, I think everything, there's a lot of criticism, and that's one thing that we really faced after Olympics, because there were very high expectations from the shooting team.
Yes.
But then because of having just tremendous expectations and a lot of media talking about the shooting team, I think there was, of course, and there was a lot of negativity when we came back, and we could feel that. So I think as an athlete, this is something we have to learn how to deal with. क्योंकि क्या होता है कि कोई भी और प्रोफेशन है, जैसे कोई स्टूडेंट है या कोई आईएएस की तैयारी कर रहा है, किसी भी ऐसे एग्ज़ाम्स की, ठीक है, अगर आपने क्वालिफाई नहीं किया तो आपको पता है, आपके 2-3 रिश्तेदारों को पता है, अगर किसी को बुराई करनी है आपके उतने लोग ही बुराई करेंगे. हमारा क्या है, एथलीट्स को स्पेशली जो इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, कि इट्स नॉट ओनली द क्रिटिसिज्म घर से या रिश्तेदार कि हमने तो बोला था कि मत खेलो या कुछ, बट देन ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन हु has no idea about sports, they have TVs and screens to look at, they have like freedom to just say anything, and then I think so उस टाइम पे हम बहुत we're not answerable to them obviously, because we don't have to tell them कि हमने कितनी मेहनत करी है नहीं करी है. It's just that everyone finds this the right to criticize कि हम इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं तो आप हमारी बुराई कर सकते हो. So हमारे प्रोफेशन में ये है कि हमें it's like millions and billions of people who can criticize, it's not just the family.
Right. Ma'am, does it ever make you uncomfortable that you are visible to this extent? अभी आपने जैसे बोला, क्योंकि social media is a huge part of trolling these days, and not only TV. पहले जब social media इतना active नहीं था तो I think इतना आपको क्रिटिसिज्म शायद पता नहीं चलता था, मीडिया में जो भी आता था. बट अब ये है कि लोगों के पास एक्सेस है कि वो आपके पास सीधा बोल सकते हैं, आपके इंस्टाग्राम के थ्रू, फेसबुक के थ्रू. तो हैव यू एवर कम अक्रॉस सच स्क्रूटिनी और such, or what's the difference you find a few years ago and now?
Of course, I think, and पहले ये भी फ़र्क था, पहले कुछ साल पहले मैं इस लेवल पे नहीं थी, अब इस लेवल पे हूँ, अभी ओलंपिक खेला है. एंड आई थिंक हाँ, ये ज़रूर फ़र्क है कि अब लोगों के पास, एक तो मीडिया ने हमारी गेम को कवर करना ज़्यादा शुरू किया. दैट इज़ द डिफरेंस. दे हैव डाइवर्टेड अवे फ्रॉम a little bit from the major sports that are played in India. So I would just say कि it's good कि हमारी गेम को recognition मिल रही है through media, and they're covering our achievements. I'm really happy for that, क्योंकि थोड़े से टाइम पहले लोगों को शूटिंग का बिल्कुल आइडिया नहीं था. बिल्कुल. जब मैंने शुरू किया मुझे भी आइडिया नहीं था कि ये ओलंपिक्स में होती है गेम या ऐसा कुछ. So I think कहीं ना कहीं जो हमारा लेवल आज है गेम का, it's all because of the media. And but then again, because of the social media, we're able to portray ourselves as like some athletes जो कि अच्छा गेम खेल रहे हैं इंडिया के लिए. So it has really helped. But then of course, क्योंकि अब social media हर एक के पास है, and then we are just able to just see news from anywhere around the world. So that has given people a lot of access to know about our achievements, our failures, and then criticize according to that. So yeah, times have changed. True. And we can surely see that.
That is so correct, ma'am. Ma'am, अभी आपने बात की कि you didn't know whether shooting was a part of Olympics when you started. So let's just go back and try to understand why you chose this sport, or how you started playing. How you became a rifle shooter.
Yeah, so way back in 2007, my mother, she used to not in 2007, when she was in college, she used to be a part of NCC and used to do shooting. Right. But she was not able to continue shooting because of partiality that was done with her, and then there was some some other teacher's daughter who was given the medal and not my mother.
Okay.
So she somewhere, you know, she didn't like that, but she really liked that sport. And उनको नहीं पता था कि ये इतने बड़े लेवल पे भी होती है. So she just wanted me to, you know, experience that game, and she made me join NCC in my 8th standard. I was in Sacred Heart School in Sector 26 चंडीगढ़. तो वहाँ पे 8th क्लास से शुरू हो जाती है NCC. तो जब मैंने वहाँ पे ज्वाइन करा NCC, so I was like very keen to experience the shooting sport in that. And then when I, you know, first went to the shooting range, तो मुझे काफ़ी अच्छा लगा. तो पहले दिन तो मम्मी मतलब एक बार लेके गए थे यहाँ पे 25 सेक्टर में शूटिंग रेंज पे. एंड देन वहाँ पे एक कोच थे जो किसी और को ट्रेनिंग कर रहे थे, तो उन्होंने मना कर दिया कि हम ऐसे किसी को नहीं दे सकते राइफ़ल. सो वहाँ फिर राइफ़ल तो मना ही कर दिया किसी ने कि हम नहीं दे सकते. फिर मम्मी मेरे को दूसरी रेंज पे लेके गए, तो वहाँ पे किसी ने अपनी पिस्टल ट्राई करवाई. एंड देन फिर NCC जब ज्वाइन करके वहाँ पे राइफ़ल एंड एमिनेशन अवेलेबल था, उन्होंने एक्सपीरियंस करवाया, हमें ट्राई करवाई. दैट्स हाउ आई जस्ट स्टार्टेड अ जर्नी. एंड इवेंचुअली कॉम्पिटिशन होते गए छोटे लेवल पे, फिर धीरे 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 अलग अलग लेवल पे. एंड देन आई थिंक दैट्स हाउ इट जस्ट बिगैन. एंड एटलीस्ट 4 to 5 years into the game, I realized, okay, it's like a major thing for me now, and I'm getting to a higher level. So it can be like of a profession.
Definitely. So basically, like you said, कि 4 to 5 years into the training, you realized that you wanted to become a professional. Now, becoming a professional in India is very difficult, especially being a woman in the country.
Yeah.
So, what are your struggles, and you know what you had to face? It's not just your own struggle. आपकी फैमिली को भी काफ़ी कुछ सुनना पड़ा होगा, काफ़ी कुछ सहना पड़ा होगा. तो आप अपने स्ट्रगल्स के बारे में थोड़ा सा हमें बताइए.
बिल्कुल. आई थिंक जब आप किसी एक मेन गेम से नहीं हो, क्रिकेट, हॉकी, फुटबॉल, जो मेजरली लोग जानते हैं, अगर आप उससे नहीं हो और आपको पहले तो अपनी गेम समझानी पड़े, फर्स्ट टू द फैमिली, टू एवरी पर्सन, एंड देन at what level can you reach through that sport. I think that is very important. So when I started, it was just out of fun, because when I was in school, I was okay in studies, but then I always loved to explore more and be someone who would, you know, enjoy anything apart from like one thing. सिर्फ पढ़ाई नहीं, कुछ और भी करना होता. So I think that is something I really enjoyed, and it made me feel different from the crowd. So that's one motivation I had when I started shooting. But then later, obviously it changed into my profession. But then शुरू में जब स्कूल मिस होता था, you know, then my grandparents were worried कि आप पढ़ाई का क्या करोगे या कैसे करोगे. But thankfully my teachers in my school were very supportive. So they had like me give exams separately, and because I had to travel for tournaments, and same in the DAV college में भी वो यूनिवर्सिटी मेरे लिए या स्पोर्ट्स वालों के लिए अलग से कंपटीशन एग्ज़ाम्स करवा देते हैं. सो आई जस्ट फील कि जब ऐसे थोड़ी थोड़ी सपोर्ट हमें मिलती है बिगनिंग में, तो बहुत इजी हो जाता है चीज़ें करना.
बिल्कुल.
वही कहीं स्कूल वाले मना कर दे, कॉलेज वाले मना कर दे, फिर ऑब्वियसली घर वाले भी परेशान होंगे. सो आई थिंक इसलिए ये है कि जब मेरे 10th और 12th में मार्क्स अच्छे आए, क्योंकि स्कूल में होता था कि पूरा जो बुक में लिखा है आपको वही आंसर्स देने हैं, बट जब आप बोर्ड्स में जाते हो तो आप अपने दिमाग से अच्छे से लिख सकते हो. इट्स नॉट अबाउट ओनली कॉपी पेस्ट. So that really helped me to get good marks in 10th and 12th, and my grandparents were happy, my parents were happy, and after that they really didn't, you know, ask me or doubt कि मैं क्यों गेम कर रही हूँ. And then obviously once you start achieving, तो जो लोगों को पहले issues होते थे, they also come for clicking pictures, and then they become your part of the family कि हम अंजुम को जानते हैं तो हमारी घर की family है. So I think that's just, it's okay. We just take it very lightly now.
I mean, it's a good transition, you know, from them criticizing you to them becoming your family.
Yes. I mean, just to add one more point, there were so many. So I was in a girls' school. There were so many, you know, girls in our school who won't. Obviously, convent and the girls' school की जैसे लड़के होते, they won't talk to me or, you know. But then when I won the Commonwealth Games medal in 2018, obviously that is very beneficial, like considered very important in India. So So जब वो आया, I had like I don't know how many friend requests from my classmates on Instagram. So I was like, okay, is this what really matters? Then I was like, obviously I'm not accepting now.
That is so true. So ma'am, now we'll be talking about your world ranking one. And अभी आपने जो कोरिया में मेडल जीता ब्रॉन्ज, उसके बाद you were ranked world number 1. So what is that experience?
So yeah, this after the Olympics last year, I mean, like any other athlete in our team, we really had a dip, had a low phase where we were not able to understand what's happening. Basically, it's not about that we had to talk to someone or understand that okay, it's not about not winning a medal. It's just the effort that went after winning the quota in 2018 till making it to the Olympic team. I think those 4 years, it just, I don't know what it drains out. It's just so much that once the Olympics was finished, it's just another phase that we have to go through. And then I was not able to understand that कि क्या हो क्या रहा है अभी माइंड के साथ, बॉडी के साथ. या तो आपको बेड से उठने का मन नहीं कर रहा है, या आपको सोने का मन नहीं कर रहा है, घर पे बात करने की इच्छा नहीं है. So that's when I had a word with another shooter. When I had a word with her and पता चला कि वो भी सेम चीज़ एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे हैं, then I was pretty happy कि it's not like कि सिर्फ मेरे साथ है. जी. So we could relate and that made me a bit better. So उस डिप से उसके बाद मुझे मौका मिला था वर्ल्ड कप बाकू में, एक मैंने सिल्वर मेडल जीता था. So I think all those months post Olympics, that was like November, December, October, 3 months and 3 months here, 6 months post Olympics, and winning that Baku medal was sort of a relief for me to just get back mentally, physically into that arena where I can see myself winning at the world level. Definitely. And then I think that's what really kept me going till Korea, and then that it's a bronze medal, but it just means more than gold to me. Definitely. Because of the efforts that were put in. Yes. I was like had to fight with my thoughts mentally. Lot of things were happening. So I would say that, and then obviously it was a cherry on the cake to Definitely. Be world number 1, and it was my obviously the best ranking till date, and I was very happy. So I was so thankful for that dip कि वो मुझे ऊपर लेके आया.
Again, it's a saying na, once you hit the rock bottom, the only way is up. So I mean, you cannot go down from that. So, and yes, we understand, like, people talk about a sports person are out of their form, yet they don't understand how they need a break and a rest for them to come back stronger. Yes. And you have been one of the few players that have been talking about, mental health. Like you just said that you saw a dip after Olympics. Help us understand, as a psychology student and as, a spokesperson for mental health issues, how has it helped you to, be able to analyze your mental health?
Yes, I think being a senior athlete now and having experience of 14 years into the sport, and obviously facing some issues as a junior, I think now it's the time we are at a level where our thoughts are matter. पहले कोई सुनता नहीं था. बिल्कुल. अगर सुनता भी था तो या तो ऐसा होता था कि ये कौन होते हैं बोलने वाले. अभी कई बार ऐसा हो जाता है कि हम बोलते हैं तो ये होता है कि अच्छा मेडल आ गया तो ये ज़्यादा बोल रहे हैं. बट आई थिंक वो सब साइड करके अगर कुछ ज़रूरी है, इट्स अ ड्यूटी एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एज एन एथलीट टू speak up so that no one else is bothered, and no one else as a junior has to face certain issues where they don't know how to deal with some situations, or they don't overtrain, they won't overexert their body. So I think it's very important to understand your mind and body, and when you need a break, what you need to talk to someone. And I think all these experiences just teach you, and कई चीज़ें सिर्फ experience से सीखी जा सकती हैं. बिल्कुल. So I would say ये सारा experience की वजह से है कि I am in a place where I would like to talk about things. I mean, it's okay to take rest, it's okay to take a break, and your captions have been so out there. They have been very inspiring. Like a little inspiration from the people we look up to, it helps. So thank you so much for doing that. One. It's and just our duty. So ma'am, अभी recently BCCI ने equal pay करा for women athletes, and as a women we have to, like, women in general have to go through so many struggles, but women in sports have to go far more struggles. So what's your take on BCCI taking this huge step? I feel in sports, like I said before, we give our whole life for playing, and then what BCCI did for the women athletes is, I think, I really appreciate it, because most of the games in India, I would say 90%, we don't get paid to play
That
for
is true.
India, and we have to find alternate jobs.
That is
So
correct.
I am in like Punjab Police, where I get paid get paid for the salary as a sub inspector. That's it. That is the only pay I get, and we it's just considered कि हम अपने मज़े के लिए ये इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं. But then I would say, like, the motivation the BCCI gave to the women athletes, it's something really respectable, and I would say I hope the different federations consider this, start paying their athletes. And yes, I think being a women in sports, sometimes earlier, now times are changing, but earlier there was not much recognition that was given by the media
Correct.
or the federations as such. But now I think because the efforts women put in equal efforts, that
True.
like men, it's like everyone gives the best effort, chahe wo ladka ho ya ladki ho, and it takes a lot of toll on waste spending time from our family, away from the family. And some women, they are married, they have kids, and they have to stay away from the kids. I think there's so many things that need to be appreciated,
That is true.
and if the recognition is given, I would say just adds up on our motivation, and it just keeps us going. So I just feel कि बहुत टाइम बदला है, बहुत पॉजिटिव चेंज आया है, बट देन आई वुड से द माइंडसेट, bit of mindset also, if it changes, it can go a long way for Indian sports.
That is very true, ma'am. And I just have two more questions. Basically, what are your plans for the future? Asian Games are coming, and more Commonwealths are coming, and more World Championships are coming. So, what's your plan, and how are you preparing for it?
So I would say, just like as an athlete, it's our journey, and
Yes.
we just keep training. And I would say the next year is quite important for qualifying for the Paris Olympics and the Asian Games. And I'm just keeping in mind when to take a break and which all tournaments are important. So we are training. I'm just on a 3-4 days break right now, so I think I'm quite prepared for the next season, and I'm sure it will be a good season for the Indian shooting.
Ma'am, all the very best for the upcoming tournaments. And jate, give a message to all the girls out there, all the sports person out there actually, what they can do better, and that not to get disheartened if they don't perform well.
So I think it's my message to everyone listening to me. Any gender would do, any profession would do. I would just say, whatever you choose to work on, whatever you feel like doing, if it's something good, it's something positive, just keep doing it. Is irrespective of what you achieve or not. Because अगर कोई भी चीज़ आप दिल से कर रहे हो और आपको मज़ा आ रहा है, तो आप उसमें रिजल्ट्स आपको दिखेंगे. आपकी फैमिली जब तक खुश हो रही है, आई थिंक that's what matters. So just keep going, even if there's a low. आप सोचो आपने क्यों शुरू किया है, and just keep going. And it's very important to take breaks and enjoy. So just keep doing that.
Well, this was a message from Anjum ma'am. So you heard her. Keep doing what you love. It's okay to take breaks, and it's okay to fall back and then come back stronger.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining me for this interview.
Thank
It has been lovely talking to you.
Same way, it was lovely talking to you too. Thank you so much.
And all the best for everything. And thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Alright, so we were in conversation with Anjum Moudgil, and I hope आप लोगों को पसंद आया हो. अगर पसंद आया है तो please remember to like, comment and subscribe.